Hey there, welcome back to Occupy Democrats. And one of the key philosophies and mantras of life is actions speak louder than words. This is something Donald Trump actually not only doesn't do, he truly doesn't care about. And in this disgusting breaking story, which I'm going to show you in a few moments, you will not believe what he just did in dishonoring people. It's unbelievable. And if you'd like to see him cease dishonoring people and out of the White House, subscribe to the channel. But in this breaking story, understand, Donald Trump commonly, almost always, says things and doesn't either follow through on them or truly does not mean them at all in terms of his actions. But every now and then, he actually does. It's just usually to the negative. Remember when he said this about black Americans?
I love black people, and I did great with the vote with the black people. But they say he's a racist, he's a racist. I said, really?
But then he turned right around at Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk, and said this.
And I'll end all of the diversity, equity, and inclusion policies across the entire federal government immediately. The left's campaign of racial discrimination and restore equality, what they've done to this country is just absolutely terrible. In America, we believe in the merit system.
So which one of those things is true? Because he also tries to believe in his brain this about what he's done for black people here.
I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country. I have answered the question. I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act.
And yet, for those not old enough to remember, let's not forget how he felt about the Central Park Five even after they were found innocent. Here.
45 wanted us unalive.
Mr. President, will you apologize to Central Park 5? They've been exonerated. There have been videos and movies shown about the case, and you came out with a full-page ad saying that they should die, that they should have the death penalty.
He wanted us dead.
You have people on both sides of that. They admitted their guilt.
Today, we are exonerated because the actual perpetrator confessed and DNA proved it.
And he gets bothered by the question.
Why do you bring that question up now? It's an interesting time to bring it up.
That guy says he still stands by the original guilty verdict. He has never changed, and he never will.
And that man is correct. He hasn't changed, and he never will. And in this breaking story, holy smokes, wait till you see what his DEI negatory mantra has done over in the Netherlands when it comes to actually honoring veterans of World War II who just happen to be people of color. Wow. Check this incredibly important breaking story out. Breaking news, visitors revolt as Trump removes black veteran honors from cemetery. Visitors to an American military cemetery in the Netherlands are pushing back following the removal of plaques honoring black veterans of World War II, according to an NBC News report, seemingly done as part of Donald Trump's anti-diversity crusade. Per the report, in quotes, visitors have filled the guest book with objections since the plaques came down earlier this year at the Visitor Center for the American Cemetery in Margraten, Netherlands. The two displays honor black soldiers who took part in the war effort and helped liberate Europe from Nazi control. Operated by the American Battle Monuments Commission, the cemetery is the final resting place for around 8,300 American soldiers. As ABC noted, the cemetery's graves themselves were dug by an all-black contingent of soldiers, in quotes. One display told the story of 23-year-old George H. Pruitt, a black soldier buried at the cemetery who died attempting to rescue a comrade from drowning in 1945, the report explained. The other described the U.S. policy of racial segregation in place during World War II. Some 1 million black soldiers enlisted in the U.S. military during the war, serving in separate units, mostly doing menial tasks, but also fighting in some combat missions. An all-black unit dug the thousands of graves in Margraten during the brutal 1944-45 season of famine in the German-occupied Netherlands, known as the Hunger Winter. Emails obtained by the Jewish telegraphic agency JTA and Dutch News confirmed that the decision to remove the plaques was in direct response to Trump's executive order targeting diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, an order which has since impacted a wide array of displays, memorials, and programs honoring African American history. U.S. Ambassador to the Netherlands, Joe Popolo, one of the many wealthy business people and GOP megadonors named to European diplomatic roles by Trump, spoke out in support of the removal, arguing that the signs of Margraten are not intended to promote an agenda that criticizes America. The displays were reportedly removed without any public notice, prompting anger from visiting Americans as well as local officials and residents. One local who spoke out against the removal to NBC News was 79-year-old Cor Linson, the son of a black U.S. soldier and a Dutch mother. Linson, along with a group of other children of black U.S. soldiers, visited the cemetery to view the plaques together back in February. End quote. It's an important part of history, Linson said. They should put the panels back. So there are three issues with that. One, the fact that Donald Trump continues to try to pretend that he somehow isn't racial in a negative way to the black community. Two, the man literally doesn't honor anything that he says about honoring veterans. And number three, and most importantly, earlier in this piece, you heard him say, in America, we believe in the merit system. Really? I'm pretty sure the people's plaques that you just took down earned by via merit of their actions, unlike you, exactly having those plaques up. And yet you remove them because of the color of their skin. Shame on every ounce of you. Like and share the video. You guys stay frosty.